I wonder if God doesn't have a strike three in your out clause somewhere, because people evidently would have to think he's a nutcase or crazy. And excuse me, I'm not the one that's saying bad things about him. You would have to, with what they've done to me. What I want to say right now is that at 5 o'clock this morning, I've been up it's 5:30 now, but I've been up all night long. Just a door up from me, I'm living in a motel, which I can't afford. I'm run using chemicals against me. I have an immune disorder. I'm allergic to toxic fumes, and if I'm in close quarters, the only way out is to move, or the person fixes what's causing it. In my case, it's been deliberate. My immune system attacks itself, and over a period of time, if I'm force-fed it, and that's what's happened, my immune system, like I said, attacks itself, and it causes mass inflammation. That's one of the things it causes, and you have to breathe, and there's no cure except the medicine for the inflammation, which can cause you to get this over a period of time, can cause you kidney failure, etc. The whole thing, inhaling the toxic fumes with an immune disorder, attacking itself when you smell the fumes, can cause your heart, your liver, all your organs to be damaged and go into failure mode, like your kidneys and lungs and heart, etc., liver. Now what I want to say was, everybody around here, I came up here in 86. I usually drag out well, let me tell what happened last night. I woke up, I've been here about 2 weeks or 3 weeks now, and I'm going to have to move. I can't afford it. I moved around. The man just up from me, I don't have a photo of it, but he's had out his charcoal grill. And I know that a couple of nights I was so sick I'd wake up and the room was filled with it, so he had to be putting the fuel on it. And then a few days ago, the fuel to start it and the charcoal and all that. Well, it filled the room, my room, and I was so sick I thought I was going to die. The people here, management, very well know. I stayed here earlier this year, as a matter of fact, for probably about a month and a half over the spring at different times, but during the spring, because I'm running from here to there. And so they're very aware. I don't know anyone in Roanoke that's not aware of it, to tell the truth, about me having an immune disorder and how bad it makes me, how sick and the damage it does to me. So I'm in a handicap room right here where I'm at, and this is actually 2 doors down, which is not that far. I wanted to get a photo of it and put it up, and I didn't. Not that it did me any good, but there's no cure for it. You have to get away from it and not breathe it. It's the whole thing. So this has been done deliberate. I'm sure there's a health law code that would apply to this, but the man, I didn't say anything about it. I was so sick. And they moved him around front, and he took the lid off of it, and I knew what he had because I'd smelled it. He got so sick. The charcoal was there, and I'm assuming because I could smell it, he used starter fluid and all that. But anyway, I thought, well, thank God they moved him around here. So now then, last night I was up all night long. I never dreamed that he'd come back. They'd put him back around here. And I was so sick, it just about kills me, and up all night. But the point I wanted to make is most of these people here, over the period of time, are Christians. And they'd have to think, if it's ever shown what's been done to me throughout my life, I'll be 77, as far as I know, January the 7th this year. My life's been a living hell. And I mean every word of it. Every law you can think of has been broken. I was kidnapped from Buckingham Palace and brought over to Moulton, Alabama, to a pigsty. Some somebody asked me, because really maybe people think it's a joke. No, that's about the equivalent where I was taken of a pigsty and abused beyond anybody's belief. I was placed there, given the name of Peggy Ann Dempsey. I married Childers. Peggy was a twin to Carl. In reality, both twins were dead. The mother, they were born out of wedlock, and the mother killed them, and the family covered it up because she would face the gas chamber. Then you get into, well, I'm going to give a little backup here, because I've been run using my illness, and I used Carl Barton, retired Virginia State Trooper. He and his wife were hosts up on Roanoke Mountain campground up there where I was camped, and somebody poured fuel on my tent that night, and I had to sit up all night. They brought me down to Corporate Suites over at Tanglewood off Starkey Road, and they paid the deposit, security deposit, and I paid 17 months of hell. But because the same thing went on there, it's shocking. I put it up. What people will do, the law enforcement is behind it, and they get where a person has broken the law, whether it's speeding or something, a felony or whatever, they get them to cooperate with them in what's being done to me, and yes, this is all true. It's done at such a high level, and they'll either prosecute or not prosecute the person. So this is how they got people to participate. And Carl Barton, the retired Virginia State Trooper, even gave me the little piece that you put on for return mail with your address and all that on it, and said, this is how we run you. Well, I know that, but no word has been made. Just listen to what they've done to me, and if you can even envision the life I've led. And I'm going to go back to this real quick before the video goes off. I have the immune system immune disorder, and it makes my immune system attack itself when I'm around toxic fumes. So that's where I've lived, and when I was able to get a place, has been controlled. And I am force-fed toxic fumes, and it makes my immune system over a period of time just it can cause all kind of failures, your heart, your lungs, your liver, especially your kidneys. And there's nothing for it, but you have to move, and that's how they move me. It's a living nightmare. And the fact that people know it and do nothing, they want to keep their job where I'm moved to, and that's or the kid has broken the law, and that'll be dropped. But anyway, I want to get back to this. I didn't drag out my papers. I've got YouTubes up from way back to almost 3 years ago. A friend gave me this phone so I could upload it because the law doesn't work for me. And quite frankly, an attorney, most of them here in this country don't care, but they're afraid to get involved. I wrote a book in Atlanta in 75 till they almost killed me April through the day of 80 about mind control murders. Like the Virginia Tech next door to me is one of them, the 33 in April the 16th of 07. This whole list of them that go way back. I was writing about it, and Larry Flint was shot in Lawrenceville, Georgia, March of the 6th of 78. And the person that shot him was programmed under mind control. So I had written about a lot of these murders that were deliberately done in patterns. I had a letter from the FBI, U.S. Attorney William Harper, June the 23rd, 79, ongoing investigation, national security involved. One of the doctors was U.S. Congressman Larry McDonald, a urologist at Piedmont Hospital. That's just one of them. So I had some big names in there in medical malpractice. Well, some of them were murder cases that weren't prosecuted. And anyway, April Fool's Day, I never got the book published because they almost killed me. And I was transported across the state line against my will in the condition I was in. I passed the background check by Sheriff Patterson, and went to work as a requirement for working for a district